$3,000 a month. To some people, that's a dream. To others, it barely covers rent. Here's the strange part. That exact same number can make you feel rich in one city and completely broke in another. Same salary, same person, same effort, but four totally different lives. So today, we're doing something simple. We're taking one paycheck, $3,000 a month, and dropping it into 4 cities around the world. And by the end, one of these places will shock you, because the expensive city might treat you better than the cheap one. Let's find out where $3,000 turns you into a king and where it turns you into a survivor. Quick ground rules. We're using $3,000 a month as take-home money, not before tax, actual money in your account. We'll look at what locals really earn there. We'll break down rents for a studio, a one-bedroom, and a family apartment. We'll add up groceries, transport, utilities, internet, and eating out. Then we'll see what's left at the end of the month. And we'll score each city on the salary versus city scale: excellent, comfortable, tight, or struggling. First stop, where $3,000 might be the most money you've ever felt. City 1, Mumbai, India. Welcome to Mumbai, India's financial capital, home to over 20 million people, Bollywood, and the country's biggest money. People move here for one reason: opportunity. This is where India's banks, media, and startups live. If you want to make it in India, you come to Mumbai. But here's the surprise. Locals don't earn much for Western standards. A teacher might take home around $400 a month. A software developer, maybe $1,000 to $1,500. A senior doctor can do well, but the average worker earns far less than you think. So when you walk in with $3,000 a month, you're earning like the top few percent of the entire city. Let's spend it. Housing. A small studio in a decent area runs about $250. A comfortable one-bedroom, maybe $500. A proper family apartment with 2 bedrooms, around $800 to $1,000 in a good neighborhood. Yes, Mumbai property is expensive for India, but you can still afford a good home easily. Daily life is where it gets fun. Groceries for one person, about $150. Transport is almost free. Trains and rickshaws cost a few dollars a day, call it $40 a month. Utilities, around $60. Internet is a steal at $10 to $15 for fast fiber. And eating out? A full local meal can cost you $3. Let's do the budget. A single person spends maybe $800 to $1,000 total living comfortably. A couple, around $1,400. A small family, maybe $1,800 to $2,000, and that's with help around the house, which many middle-class families here can afford. Reality check. On $3,000 a month in Mumbai, a single person could save over $2,000 every single month. That's not comfortable. That's wealthy. Salary versus city score, excellent. City 2, Lisbon, Portugal. Now let's fly to Europe. Lisbon, Portugal. Sunshine, ocean, old cobblestone streets, and some of the best weather on the continent. People move here for the lifestyle, the food, the safety, the pace. It's become a magnet for remote workers and expats chasing the European dream without Paris prices. But locals feel the squeeze. The average Portuguese worker takes home around 1,100 to 1,300 euros a month. That's roughly $1,200 to $1,400. So on $3,000, you're already earning double the local wage. Sounds great, right? Let's test it. Housing is the problem. Lisbon rents have exploded. A studio now runs around $900. A one-bedroom in the city closer to $1,200 or $1,300. A family apartment, $1,600 to $2,000 and up. Locals are being priced out of their own capital, and you'll feel it too. Daily life is gentler. Groceries about $300, a monthly transport pass is only around $45, utilities run $120, internet $35, and eating out, a solid lunch at a local spot is $10 to $15, which is a bargain for Western Europe. Now the budget. A single person renting a one-bedroom spends around $2,000 a month. A couple splitting costs might spend $2,400 together. So very comfortable on 2 incomes, tighter on 1. A small family in a family apartment easily hits $2,800 to $3,000. That eats the whole paycheck. Reality check. Single and solo, you save $500 to $1,000 a month. Nice. Family of 3 on one salary, you're basically breaking even. Salary versus city score. Comfortable for one person, tight for a family. City 3, Dubai, UAE. Next, the desert skyline, Dubai. Glass towers, zero income tax, and a reputation for luxury. People move here to chase money, because whatever you earn, you keep. No income tax means $3,000 stays $3,000. That's the magic word here, tax-free. It's why millions of workers from around the world land in this city every year. But Dubai plays a trick on you. It looks cheap on paper and gets expensive fast. Salaries swing wildly. An entry-level office worker might earn $1,500 to $2,000 a month. A skilled professional, $3,000 to $5,000. So $3,000 puts you in solid middle-class expat territory. Not rich, but respectable. Housing hits hard. A studio in a good area runs around $1,000. A one-bedroom, $1,400 to $2,000. A family apartment, $2,500 and up. And most landlords want rent in big yearly chunks, which catches newcomers off guard. Daily life is a mixed bag. Groceries about $350. The metro is cheap. A monthly pass is around $70. But utilities are brutal because of the air conditioning. Expect $150 to $250 in summer. Internet is pricey at around $100. Eating out ranges from cheap shawarma to sky-high fine dining. Budget time. A single person in a studio spends around $2,000 to $2,200. A couple, $2,600. A small family? You'll blow past $3,000 on rent alone in a nice area. Reality check. Solo, you save maybe $800 a month, tax-free, which stretches further back home. Family on one income? You're underwater. Salary versus city score. Comfortable if you're single, struggling if you're raising a family. City 4, New York City. Last stop, the big one, New York City. The financial capital of the world, Wall Street, Broadway, ambition on every corner. New Yorkers earn a lot on paper, but here's the catch we've been building toward. $3,000 a month take-home means you're earning below the median for the city. In New York, that's not a good salary, that's a tight one. Watch what happens. Housing is savage. A studio in Manhattan can run $3,000, your entire paycheck gone. Push out to the outer boroughs and you'll find rooms in small studios for $2,000 to $2,500. A one-bedroom, $3,500 and up. A family apartment on this budget? It simply doesn't exist. So already, before you've eaten a single meal, your money is gone. Daily life piles on. Groceries, $450, the subway pass is about $130, utilities, $200, internet, $70, and eating out, a basic sit-down meal starts at $25 to $30. Budget reality. A single person renting even a cheap room spends every dollar of that $3,000, and often more. A couple has to combine incomes just to breathe. A family, not possible on this number alone. Reality check. On $3,000 a month in New York, savings are close to zero. Many people go into debt just to stay. Same salary that made you a king in Mumbai makes you a struggler here. So, let's line them up. One salary, 4 cities. In Mumbai, $3,000 made you wealthy, saving $2,000 a month. In Lisbon, it made you comfortable alone and tight with a family. In Dubai, it worked beautifully if you were single, but cracked under a family. And in New York, the world's richest city, it left you with almost nothing. Notice something. The cheap city gave you freedom. The rich city gave you stress. Your salary didn't change. Your location did all the work. So, what happens if you earn $3,000 a month around the world? Everything and nothing changes. The number stays the same, but the life it buys is completely different. In one place, you're saving, investing, and building wealth. In another, you're counting days until payday. Here's the real lesson. It's not just about how much you earn, it's about where you earn it. The smartest move isn't always a bigger salary. Sometimes it's a smarter city. $3,000 can make you feel rich or broke, and now you know exactly which cities do which. So here's my question for you. Would you move here for this salary? Tell me which city you'd pick and which one you'd run from in the comments below. If this changed how you think about money, hit subscribe, because next time we're taking a brand new salary and dropping it into cities you'd never expect. Same money, different world. See you in the next one.